Hello there folks, and welcome back to the Chaps Guide, the channel where we explore the topics of men's style, self-development and personal grooming. And today I'd like to talk to you about shoes, again, a topic we come back to over and over again because of the importance that they have in any man's overall clothing ensemble. It's where the eye of the people that you meet rest. They look at your shoes and they make a determination about the sort of person you are by what they're met with at the bottom of your trousers. And for me, the ultimate in any shoe presentation is going to be a mirror shine. Now today I'm going to take you through a mirror shine from scratch, and I've got a brand new pair of shoes just to show you how easy it is to achieve a mirror shine from absolute factory finish in a relatively short period of time. So I'm going to bring the camera in, I'm going to show you what we've got here as our raw materials to work on, and I'm going to crack on and do a mirror shine in as quick as I possibly can. Let's do it. Okay, so here we have them. This is what we're going to be working on today, and as you can see, it's a pair of Loake 1880 shoes, and let's get them out. This is how all Loake 1880s come. Beautiful box, and all the shoes are contained within these lovely shoe bags, which are in fact very useful to keep hold of when you're traveling. They look after your shoes, stop them getting scratched if you've spent time buffing them up, which is always very nice. So here we are, this is what we've got. So there's a pair of black Loake brogues in a derby style, derby referring to the lacing system, and as you can see, very simple wingtip brogues in black. Now you will have seen the brothers of these shoes on this channel before, because a little while ago I did a video on the brown version of these, and I brought them up to a lower mirror shine from scratch, just to show what I would do to a brand new pair of shoes when I took delivery of them. In this case, we are starting from a brand new pair. They have never been used. And let's pick one up. You can see never been used, still got the factory label underneath. And this is a pair of, as I say, Birkdale Brogue. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the left shoe away. Then we have a comparator when we come to the end. And what am I going to do? Well, I've already done the first thing, which is vitally important when you get a new pair of shoes. And I have bought a brand new pair of cedarwood shoe trees, which I have put in the shoes straight away. That shoe tree will now stay with this pair of shoes for the duration of its time in my ownership. So I know for sure that these shoes are always going to have the right last inside. They're going to keep their shape, and that's going to help wick away moisture from perspiration and so on. It's just such a good thing to do for your shoes. Now, to get these shoes up and running, and I'm going to run you through on what I'm going to do. First of all, I am going to apply some Sofia Renovator or Renovator. This is basically a hydrating shoe cream which will condition the shoe, and it will bring the shoe up to a good state of readiness to accept the polish. Then I'm going to apply some Sofia Pomadier Shu Cream. This is a much more strongly pigmented shoe cream. It's a black in colour, as you can see, nice and easy with black shoes. No difficulty in choosing the right colour match, because black goes with black. So that will begin to apply a sort of satin finish to the shoe. And then I'm going to apply some Sofia Medal d'Or wax polish. This will start to apply that wax shell, which will get the shoe in readiness for a mirror shine, because that's where we're heading today, folks. We're heading for the mirror shine, and that coup de grace in the mirror shine world will be provided for us by the Sofia Medal d'Or Mirror Gloss, which is a special product which helps us to achieve that mirror shine as quickly as possible. Now, I'm going to crack straight on, because although I'm going to do this in live time, right here, right now, I'm not going to make you sit through every stage of this, but I am going to just show you the process. And the first step for me is to apply that Renovator. This will make sure that these shoes are moisturized and ready for everything which is going to come next. So I'm just going to go ahead, apply this to the shoe, all over the shoe sparingly, making sure that the shoe is lovely and moisturized, so to speak, like a human skin, ready, and it will then be time for the next stage. So I'm going to just crack on with this. I'm not going to make you sit through and watch it, and we'll come back in a moment when I'm at the stage to move on to the next stage, and we'll talk about that when we get there. So there we go. We've now applied the Sofia Renovator, which is simply a conditioning cream, which brings a bit of hydration, bit of life back, adds some oils and some waxes to the shoe, which may of course been in storage for quite some time. So we now know that the leather is well looked after and it is ready to move on to the next stage. So all I did there was apply the cream, brushed it off. The next stage for me is now to move on to the Shu Cream Polish. Now this is another product of the Sofia range. Sofia, of course, being a French shoe care range of considerably high repute within the shoe world for its high quality of products. They are, of course, correspondingly a little bit, no, let's be honest, quite a bit more expensive than the low end like cherry and kiwi and so on. But you get what you pay for. These are really good, mostly natural ingredients within these, beeswax, things like that, canuba wax, and they do really do some fantastic work for your shoe. So, having applied the Renovator, now I go through the process again, but I apply the cream polish. Now in this case, again the cream polish will condition the leather, but it will also impart some waxes in the form of pigmentation, colour, which will improve the coloration of the leather. This is a lovely calfskin leather shoe, and even though it's brand new, you know, no harm can be done to it by applying some nice Shu cream, which will again enhance the colour, particularly if it's been in storage for some time, perhaps in a shop in the back of a warehouse waiting to be sold, having been made, who knows, 1-2 years ago. So looking after the leather before we wear it for the first time is only going to be beneficial to the shoe, and that's beneficial to us as the people who are going to be wearing them. Now, in a previous video, I think it was the one, in fact, where I did the brown shoes up, ready to be worn, a number of people asked me, why do I not remove the shoelaces when I'm going through this multiple phase of applying different products to the shoe? Would it not be easier to remove the laces? And the simple answer is, I do sometimes remove the laces, as I've done in some of the videos I've done, but where I can avoid doing that, I absolutely will, because it's challenging to do sometimes, you know, it's quite small eyelets. And secondly, by repeatedly removing the laces and putting them back in, it does cause stress to the eyelets, stress to the laces themselves. So the less stress I can apply to this shoe, the better as far as I'm concerned. So I quite simply don't remove the laces where I don't think it's absolutely necessary. And in this case, I think it wasn't really necessary. So I've applied the Pomadia polish. I'm just going to crack on, apply the brush to the shoe again, and then we're ready for the next stage. So there we are, I've applied the brush to these lovely pair of brogues, and now we have applied the conditioning cream, we've applied the cream polish. The shoe is ready to start taking on a bit more of a shine. Right up to this point, what we've been doing is more about preparing the leather and making the leather, you know, feel moisturized, hydrated, plumped up and ready to accept the next product, which is going to be the Sofia Medal d'Or Shoe Wax. Now this is probably what most people think of when they think of shoe polish. Not at all actually the truth, because the thing I use mostly when it comes to my shoe maintenance is actually the shoe cream, the last stage. The wax is more of the final sort of protective layer, which most people will apply. Easy to apply, exactly the same as we've already done with the previous two stages. All we do, wrap our cloth around the finger, we get some of that wax polish on our hand, and we just apply it to the old shoe. Now, these lovely Birkdale Brogues by the British heritage manufacturer of Loake, who have been in existence now for, well, since 1880 actually. The name of this range is 1880, and it's named for the year of founding for Loakes. But this is a beautiful pair of shoes, and they are made of a lovely calfskin leather. And all I'm doing is just going over that leather and applying that wax polish to give a protective wax coating to this pair of shoes, which will, if I was to stop at this stage, give a lovely shine to the shoe, and it will give a layer of protection to the shoe as well, because obviously the wax will in theory protect it from you know, water. It will protect it from a number of other things as well. So there we go, wax polish. Again, all I need to do now, just let that dry for a moment or two before we apply the brush. for one more time. There we go. Now I've applied that layer of Medal d'Or wax polish, and the shoe is actually as ready as it's ever going to be worn out into the great wide world. It's got a nice bit of polish on it now. It's protected should I come into contact with water, to salt on the pavement in the winter, all those treacherous things that wish to do harm to your shoes, your wax polish protects against. However, in my mind, no shoe is ultimately finished until it's got a mirror shine. Now, a lot of people perhaps balk at the thought of applying a mirror shine to a brogue because of its non-flat medallion area, the front part of the shoe, which typically we're going to apply the shine to. I personally think that all shoes, regardless of the finish of the toe, actually benefit from a bit of a mirror shine, and I'm going to apply that today. So to do so, I'm going to use this Sofia mirror gloss. Now this is a product which has been created by Sofia specifically to help us in our journey to achieving that mirror shine. And this is what I've used many times over many years. As you can see, it's in bits and pieces inside there. And basically what this is, quite a simple concept really. It's a much drier version of the polish that we've just used. Because just to give you an idea of the theory behind this, what we're seeking to do to achieve a mirror shine, that spit shine, most desirable of all shoe finishes, is to build up layer after layer of polish over that toe cap so that it smooths out all of the dimples and imperfections in the leather, the pores of the donor animal in effect, and it will give us a glossy sheer finish to the shoe. That allows us to bring that mirror gloss to it, and that's what gives you that beautiful shine that everybody wants. Now, how do we achieve it with this product? Well, first of all, we need some water and we need something to apply it with. Now, this is a simple cosmetic makeup pad, just something I've harvested from my wife's makeup tin, and as you can see, nothing more than that. Bit of cotton. And all I'm going to do is apply some simple H2O water to it. Little spritzer bottle here, and I'm just going to squirt it 3 times on either side, just getting it damp, not trying to saturate it or anything like that. It's nicely damp, and that is all. Now I just make that pad, as you can see, into a little bit of a pad, a little bit of a working pad, nice and easy to grip between forefinger and thumb, and I'm just going to rub that into the mirror gloss, build up a layer of it on the end of the pad, and now all I do, simple repetition over and over again, I just apply this to the toe cap of the shoe. And this will take place, I mean, you know, I need to do layer after layer, typically 7 or 8 layers I will personally apply. I will just decide only at the toe cap. It's important just to do it at the toe cap, because if you were to do it at any point where the shoe flexes, the build-up of polish that we're seeking to achieve here would obviously crack. It would flake away and it would look, well, awful, quite frankly. You cannot mirror shine something where there's a flex in the leather. So keep it to the hardened parts of the shoe that aren't going to flex, basically at the toe cap, or if you wanted to at the heel. Personally, I don't do the heel. If it can't be seen, I see a little point. But all I do now is apply and apply and apply this product until I start to see a shine going. Now, when I say apply and apply, what I do, I will apply a layer of it, and then I will allow it to dry for a moment, and I will go over it again with my dampened cloth, exactly the same, using this continuous bit of pad, and achieve a shine just by going over it and smoothing it. And the expression, of course, is bulling it. I'm bulling my boots, an expression we used in the military when I was a young lad, and I learned this skill to bring up my kit to the standard required of the British military, and we bulled our shoes to a mirror shine. And I must say, these shoes are a lot easier to bull than the ones which I was issued in the military, because of the good high quality calfskin leather which is used in the manufacture of these shoes. Very quickly I will see that shine appearing. Now, I'm not going to keep rabbiting on just to keep you watching me doing this, so I'm just going to crack on with this and come back in a moment, and you'll see what we've done. Now, when you're doing a mirror shine, you've got to be aware that nothing's going to happen really quickly. I mean, this is one of the actual positive benefits, I think, around doing a mirror shine to a pair of shoes. It allows you to get into a sort of zen-like catharsis state where you're just doing something repetitively. It's comforting on the mind, you know, and it's nice and easy to achieve. But for a little while, when you first start this off, particularly when you're inexperienced perhaps to applying a mirror shine, you might be disheartened because you think, well, I've applied 4 or 5 layers now and it doesn't look any different. All I seem to be doing is moving polish around or, you know, just going over the same areas and nothing seems to be happening. Well, this is where you're about to turn a corner. You have to persevere. You keep doing it, little layer, and then all of a sudden, you will get the pop that you're waiting for. That mirror shine will appear. It creeps up on you, and before you know it, you are skating on the ice of a fantastic mirror shine on your shoe with your little pad, and it just starts to go your way. And it's probably one of the most enjoyable experiences of preparing and looking after your footwear to a high degree when you get that mirror shine. It becomes elusive and you can keep doing this for hour after hour. Now for me, I try and get this cranked out as quickly as possible so I don't mess around. But you know, I'm still in the sort of phase at the moment with these where I need to keep going. A few more layers required. So I'm just going to crank on. But I just wanted to make you aware this isn't a quick thing. You know, you have to persevere. You have to invest your time to get something special out of your shoes. So there we go. I've been grinding away now, layer after layer, of the Sofia mirror gloss onto the shoe. And let's have a look. Now the sun has moved around a bit from my working station here in the outdoors, so hopefully it gives you a nice perspective of that beautiful mirror shine, which I've managed to achieve in probably between 10 and 15 minutes. And it really lends perspective to these beautiful shoes. Now, as ever, hard to judge when you're just looking at the one. So I'm going to bring its buddy back here for a moment. Just pop them down there, bring them up to you. So hopefully you can see the difference. I'm going to take some photographs of these in a moment, and when they're both done, so you can see the difference where they were before and as they are now. Now the secret is to stick with it. You know, at a point it'll appear that you're getting nowhere, but you just have to keep applying the polish, bringing it up to an almost shine, and then starting again. You're just making layer after layer of polish on top of the leather, and that is really what the mirror shine is born from. Not the polish, not the leather, it is the polish on top of the polish which gives you that beautiful shine. And there you are, you will have the best pair of shoes in any room. I mean, ultimately the mirror shine is what people look for and love in a pair of shoes. A great, lovely pair of shoes like these Loake Birkdale Brogues can only be positively improved with that mirror shine. So I hope that's given you some help today in getting to grips with applying a mirror shine to a brand new pair of shoes from scratch. Well, there we go, folks. I hope that was some help to you, where I took a pair of shoes straight from the box, factory finish, and I brought them up to a mirror shine that I will now be happy to wear in any situation of a formal nature. It really brings life and sparkle to a pair of shoes, and it just shows you in the best possible light. Anybody who meets you will immediately look down and see that you're a person who knows how to look good. Well, if you have found today's video helpful, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well so you won't miss any of our future material. And by all means, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Ask me any question you like about mirror shine or shoe care, and I'll be happy to assist. Until the next time we meet, please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again very soon, back here at the Chaps Guide.